When I bought this tractor, nothing on it worked. It didn't start. There was a wobble in the lift. The traffic control just didn't work. And about every spot that could leak had some kind of fluid gushing out of it. Even the fuel tank was like Swiss cheese. And I'm not kidding, the steering rack tried to break my thumb once or twice. When I bought this tractor, I really needed a tractor on a very tight budget. It was close and available. Next to that, I didn't know anything about tractors. Nobody in my extended family has a farming history. But I did have notions of engines though. And when I bought it and first ran it, it, uh, the oil pressure was fine. It was when it ran hot that the oil pressure would drop, so I knew that eventually I was going to have to rebuild it though. And although in the back of my mind the oil pump needed some TLC, I also really need this tractor to work, so I have a limited time to basically get repairs done on a time crunch. After mowing on a hot day, the oil pressure suddenly started dropping and the engine eventually actually locked up. That was pretty bad. It was pretty clear that postponing this oil pump rebuild was biting me in the butt. Oh well, better late than never. So let's get to it. This is the oil pump, and it's located right here. The oil pump seems to spin fully, but there's a lot of play. The bushing got locked in the gear axle and started to tear into the pump housing. So I cleaned the housing as best I could. Remember, I have no spare parts available for this tractor. I gotta make do. Now it's time to get that bushing off. It was pretty stuck on there, so I decided to cut notches so I can fit a pulley puller over it, pull it off that way. I found a bushing that would fit the job description and I installed it. One day I'm actually going to build a workshop with a lathe and all other machine equipment. But until then, I'm actually pretty happy with what I can get done with my kitchen sink approach. I found it necessary to put some punches on the outer walling of the housing since we lost some material. Time to reassemble. I have this sheet with torque specs on it. Doesn't have a lot on it, but I'll take what I can get. As per usual, I don't have any gaskets, so I'm making gaskets out of a copper sheet that I still had lying around. Time to install the pump back into the tractor. This pressure control valve is added at the last because otherwise it's in the way of this bolt. Because this is an air-cooled tractor, it runs a lot hotter than a water-cooled would. This is why I went with pressed paper gaskets to basically withstand the heat. I also use Vuitton rings because of this. Also one for the filter housing. Okay, 14 volts. Okay, with everything assembled and filled up, it's time to break a cold sweat and start cranking. The relief I felt when I saw that needle going up. Man. Well, I guess that leaves the fuel filter issues for next episode. See you next time on Capra Homestead.